Fuckers. It is Dataslate Day. Hello to everybody. Thank you for joining us. We have a Dataslate. Now, I've been able to stream some of the days of Grotmas. Unfortunately, my sleep has been
my therapist
absolutely fucking terrible.
To let go of anger is to write letters to people you hate and then burn them. I did that and feel much better now, but what the fuck am I meant to do with all these letters?
Fucking hell. Thank you, Beal, for the resub. Tier 3 for 26 months. Fucking Giga Chad. So, we have our Dataslate, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it won't surprise you that there are a few, sort of important things. We've also got the Grotmas update for my beloved Space Wolves. And I think towards the end of the stream, I'll also catch up on the previous days, especially the Harlequins detachment, which looks fucking awesome. Somebody redeemed a Scream J, which, thank you, Phoenix. You have my attention, sir. But yeah, let's have a look at some of this stuff. I've seen some of it early on the app because it was released a little bit in advance of this being dropped. But yeah, so let's go through their little blurb and then we'll actually open up the document, have a look at all the changes, and I'll give some of my thoughts. So, Sororitas, number of points increases on the units that have been buffed over the last few updates to represent the new power level within the game. There were a few Sororitas builds that were doing exceptionally well, so nobody should be surprised that they got a little bit of adjustment. Custodes Wardens are proving to be one of the most popular Adeptus Custodes infantry units, so we've reduced the number of points. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put up my browser view, and then I'm going to... I know that there's nothing up yet. Just wait. Just wait. Where is the screen? Sorry, just wait. Just wait. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. And that'll be a lot better to be able to see chat and whatever else. Okay, so, because then I can zoom in and do this and you guys can actually see it a little bit better. Wardens are proven to be one of the most popular Adeptus Custodes infantry units, so we've reduced the points on a few of the alternative unit types to let players explore the wider range of units that Custodes have to offer. Scuffed begins? Fuck you, you're scuffed. Adeptus Mechanicus, in the last update, we made some significant changes to the power of certain AdMech units, intentionally not adjusting the points at that time to see how the power increase affected the army. We're happy that the units have become strong and are increasing the points on a number of them as a result to reflect their newfound strength more accurately. AdMech players will not be surprised by this. Hang on. No spoilers. No spoilers in chat. I'm reading through it. I know you're excited, but remember our channel spoiler rules. Anything more than the title of something and where I can look at it is a spoiler, and Beal will bring the hammer down. Now, if you think that's ridiculous, that's way too much, yeah, probably. But you know what? I live in Catachan, where all the flora and fauna continually try and kill me every day, so it might make sense that I'm a little fucking crazy! Anyway. Eldari. Now, this one was more brutal than I thought it was going to be. We've implemented targeted points increases on some of the most taken powerful units, while addressing a few rules like Star Engines now becoming Assault, Skyborn Sanctuary, which is the Aspect Host re-embark stratagem, requiring your unit to have been eligible to fight, Fire and Fade no longer allowing you to embark. In addition, for consistency, all aspect tokens do not benefit the attached character to match Incubi Shrine tokens. I don't think they still gave the goddamn Shining Spears aspect tokens, because why would you? They only have the Aspect Warrior keyword. But yeah, Eldari just got fucking slapped. Good news, there's a wonderful little Harlequin detachment you could probably look at playing, which I definitely will be. Anyway, Astra Militarum with a brand new Grizzled Company detachment, we have refrained from making any additional changes to let us see how the detachment adds new play opportunities for Astra Militarum players. I can guarantee you that they are going to find a way to bitch about this. They are going to find a way to bitch about the fact that, we needed drops everywhere. We needed blah. I want every unit in my army to be 5 points, and that 5 points, everyone has a plasma gun, and you get a plasma gun, and you get a melter gun. I'm just fucking around, but go to any forum and you'll see people fucking crashing out about it. I actually think this is a really good line for them to take. They should not fuck with things before they know where it lands with the new detachment. Now, there is an argument to be made that any of the previous detachments that were maybe struggling a little bit or whatever, but I mean, having said that, we don't get to see the data that GW looks at. So I don't even know if they are in a bad place or Guard are just like, you know, getting skill gapped because they suck and the good Guard players are having a grand old time. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Black Templars. We made some internal balance adjustments targeting some of the most taken units with points increased on the Repulsor Execution and Castellan. Thank fuck. While giving additional incentive for players to take 2 of the fantastic new kits for Black Templars in the Crusade Ancient and the Execrator. Love excrement. Blood Angels, as with the Astra Militarum, the brand new Rage Cursed Onslaught detachment is the focus. However, the Mighty Sanguinor is down 10 points. Now, that is going to trigger Guard players. That they get some points adjustments, but they don't. Whatever. Chaos Demons. With big demons proving ever popular, we have made some adjustments to encourage players, or encourage if you're feeling dirty, to consider all of their options. There are points increases on Rodigus and the rules adjusted units Kairos Fate Weaver and Lord of Change, and decreases on both Shalaxi Hellbane and the Keeper of Secrets. Finally, the Endless Gift has proven to be a little too popular, even as one of the most expensive enhancements in the game at 45 points, so we have reduced its points, but also reduced its effect from a 4+ Feel No Pain to a 5+. That is really good news. That is very, very, very good news. 4+ Feel No Pains should be rare and hard to get. But yeah. Chaos Knight's more internal balance adjustments. A points increase on Knight Spoiler to reflect the power of its option to take double guns. Yeah, that thing is fucking ridiculous. Then decreases on the Knight Ruinator and Desecrator due to their power relationship to the other Knights. Chaos Space Marines. Overall, we are happy with where Chaos Space Marines are. And they also got the new Nightmare Hunt detachment to be excited about. So there are just a few little points adjustments otherwise. Fabius Bile went up 15 points. Has been a staple in a lot of lists for some time. While the Terminator Lord and Forge Fiend got some nice drops to make them easier to field. I don't know if the Forge Fiends needed to get better, but all right, good news for CSM players, I guess. Dangles! Ravenwing sees some love in this update, with the Black Knights seeing drops to both a 3-man and 6-man unit. Azrael is proving to be a very efficient chapter master, so goes up 10 points. Death Guard, Nurgle's Favored Legion, received significant changes in the last update as they were overperforming, and we are now happy with where they sit in the current landscape. There are only some minor adjustments to bring the Land Raider and Rotigus in line with the other factions. Deathwatch, the Indomitor Kill Team is up 15 points to bring it in line with other choices. I don't really know anything about Deathwatch, so big sad, I guess. Drakari, very minor adjustments as we are still keeping an eye on the Drakari performances as they were the latest codex to release. Emperor's Children, a few significant changes here with the Court of the Phoenician detachment offering brand new play opportunities, in particular showing some love to Fulgrim, who desperately needs it. It's an exciting time to get the Primarch of the Emperor's Children on the tabletop. We also made some adjustments to the Rapid Evisceration detachment rule, allowing transports to benefit from the rerolls too. To accompany this, a number of points changes on the Greater Demons to match the Chaos Demons changes, as well as drop for Spawn and Demon Princes on foot. The Demon Prince with wings does go up 15 points. Grey Knight's most point buffs on the Interceptor and Purgation squads to allow you to better support your Strike and Purifier squads. Imperial Knights now with some data for the new Codex. We have done some minor drops across 5 of the big Knight variants to open up some more list building choices. Leagues of Oten, as with Imperial Knights, we've had some time to gather data and have given some point drops to a number of the new units that joined the Leagues of Oten ranks in the latest Codex. Necrons and Orcs, no changes. We're happy where both currently are, especially since Orcs got significant changes in the last update. We have kept both factions stable as others are adjusting around them. Space Marine. Only 2 rules changes for Space Marines. The Shadowmark Talon Hunter Instincts enhancement is now limited to your movement phase. Thank fuck. And the Terminator Assault Squad has got an updated datasheet befitting their new kit. The rest have been handled with points. Athan Shan, Centurion Devastator squads, Vanguard Veteran squads, and the brand new Victrix Honor Guard, I almost said Orange Guard, have all had points increases, with other units getting a few points drops. The focus of the Space Wolves is a brand new detachment, Saga of the Great Wolf, which offers Space Wolves a unique way to play that has parallels with the very popular Gladius Task Force. To support this, we've also given a number of unique Space Wolves units, like their specialist Dreadnoughts, minor points drops. This detachment better be a fucking banger or Wolves are going to be in a little bit of trouble. They were not doing well before this data slate. And yeah, unless this detachment is a fucking banger, we're just going to be using Stormlance and Gladius because, of course, we are. Tau Empire. There are some internal adjustments for the Tau Empire. Riptide battlesuits and Skyray gunships see a 10-point increase, while both the Breaches and Strike teams see minor drops. There's also a significant drop on the Storm Surge for those who love to include big mech suits in their force. Now, does anybody remember my detachment stream from just the other day? And do you remember me talking about the Storm Surge and that it needed a significant points drop? And I've said it previously throughout the months. And yeah, could be a total coincidence, but I've been talking about Breaches and Strike teams really suffering. I've been talking about Storm Surges, and I don't know. It's nice to feel like a prophet. Anyway, it almost 100% wasn't anything to do with me, but I'm going to take credit anyway. The big rules change for Thousand Suns. When you play the Change Host of Deceit, your demons now benefit from the Cabal of Sorcerer's Army rule. This should open up a completely new playstyle for Thousand Suns players to explore. In support of this, a number of units receive some points adjustment down, while the greater demons have mirrored the profile and points changes seen in Chaos Demons. Tyranids, who doesn't love Carnifexes and Screamer Killers, both see points decrease in this update, so you can feel more in your games. Now, this would be very exciting. I would literally be sharting my jorts right now if it hadn't been spoiled in YouTube chat. Big L YouTube chat. Oh my god, I don't even want to play Tyranids anymore, even though I don't own them and have never been interested in them and probably wouldn't have changed anything. But it was spoiled, so I'm upset. World Eaters, last but by no means least, World Eaters have internal adjustments like a number of other factions. Goremongers and Angron both see some nice drops, while the Lord on Juggernaut, or the Juggerlord if you're feeling dirty, and Slaughterbound both go up 15 points. All right, so before we get into the Tau Empire stuff, I am going to edge you a little bit. Because I want to have a look at the Grotmus update for Space Wolves because I love my boys. This attachment is open to all Space Wolves armies, but it certainly encourages you to use Logan Grimnar himself. There are 3 once per game hunting packs to buff your whole army for that turn. Either reroll advances charges, +1 hit for shooting, or in melee, your weapons have lethal sustained hits 1. If you've taken Logan Grimnar, you can use one of the hunting packs an additional time. The enhancements give a range of benefits. Wolfguard Battle Leader can give his unit Lance. You can redeploy 3 units. Wolf Priest can force battle shock tests in the fight phase. And finally, a Terminator Captain can lead Wolfguard Terminators as well as Rapid Ingress for free. That is big. Just that alone. Stratagems are more focused on utility. You have the ability to put any of your units into a hunting pack. Mounted or walker units, which the Space Wolves have a lot of, can move through terrain and models. Adeptus Astartes unit can charge in a turn. They fell back. Space Wolves units can also charge if they advance. That is big. You can make a normal move after a Space Wolves unit has been shot. Offensively, you can have a strat for +1 to wound with your ranged attacks. Defensively, you can reduce AP. So let's have a look at this, and we will do just quick skim. Wait, no, it wasn't faction pack. It was Grotmus? Or is Grotmus not a thing? Oh, no, I will be in the faction pack because they put it in under Champions of Fenris. All right, let's have a look at this. Let me just make sure this looks good on the stream. All right, so Master of Wolves. At the start of your command phase, you can select one of the hunting packs listed below. Until the start of your next command phase, that hunting pack is active and its effects apply to all Adeptus Astartes units from your army. You can only select each hunting pack once per battle. Reroll advance rolls, charge rolls. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Ferocious Strike. Each time this unit is selected to fight, select either lethal hits or sustained hits. Till the end of the phase, weapons equipped by models in this unit have the selected ability. Howling Onslaught. Once per battle when selecting a hunting pack for the Master of Wolves detachment rule, if a Logan Grimnar model from your army is on the battlefield, you can select a hunting pack. You have already selected this battle. Okay. Not gonna lie, Hunter's Eye sounds kind of shit. Wolves are not a shooting army. Reroll advance rolls and charge rolls. Lethal hits and sustained is very good. So I imagine this will be the one that you double up every single time. Grimnar's Mark, Terminator Captain. Once battle round, from the second battle round onwards, you can target the bearer's unit with Rapid Ingress or Heroic for 0 CP. And can do so even if you've already targeted a different unit with that stratagem this turn. In the declare battle formation step, join Terminators. Wolf Priest, start of the fight phase, you can select one enemy unit within 6 inches of the bearer. That unit must take a battle shock, subtracting 1 from the result. That can actually be good. There's a lot of fight phase abilities that actually get activated when the unit is activated. So if they battle shock, can't use it. That's actually pretty good. Chariots of the Storm, 3 redeploys when doing so go to strat reserves. That's on any Adeptus Astartes model. So you can just chuck that on like a fucking Combi Lieutenant or something. Scald's Foretelling, Wolfguard Battle Leader, while the bearer's leading unit, they have Lance. Yeah, it's fine. Depends how expensive it is. Stratagems, the foe foreseen. Your opponent's shooting phase or fight phase, Armor of Contempt. Unrelenting Hunters, your movement phase, Adeptus Astartes unit till the end of the turn, eligible to charge in a turn in which it fell back. If it's a Space Wolves unit, you can also advance and charge, which is big. Winged Prime the Tyrannid, thank you so much for the follow. So this obviously is really good. Having advance and charge on any combat army is incredibly important. I don't know if this pushes it in front of Stormlance, but we'll see. Grimnar's Command, your command phase, 1 Adeptus Astartes unit from your army. Select a hunting pack from the Master of Wolves detachment until the start of your next command phase. That hunting pack is active for your unit instead of any other hunting pack that is active, even if you've already selected that. This battle, I think instead of, pushes this into like, why would I spend a command point to change something that I selected because apparently I wanted to do it this turn? Like, yeah, odd one. Either pack your shooting phase, Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Till the end of the phase, each time a model makes an attack, you can add 1 to the wound roll. This is like, if you take like Ballistus Dreads, this could be good. Maybe there's a weird build where you take like a fucking Land Raider Redeemer and get like +1 to wound on all your flamers and shit. I don't know. To have shooting specific stuff in a combat army, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess on the Terminators, +1 to wound isn't too bad because they do have a fair number of guns, though they're not good guns. At best, you've got like an assault cannon. You could end up going into non-Wolfguard Terminators for the missile racks and that sort of stuff, but that's a lot of points, and Wolfguard Terminators are just strictly better, because if you can run, like, you're probably going to run Logan with a unit of 5. The Thor, I'm forgetting his name, but he's Thor. He goes great with another unit, and then if you've got a Terminator Captain in the other one, then, like, that's 3 Wolfguard Terminator units, and they're pretty fucking good. I don't know, man. Fenrisian Ferocity, movement or charge phase, mounted or walker units. To the end of phase, each time model in your unit makes a normal advance, fallback, or charge move horizontally through terrain features. When doing so, it can move within engagement range of enemy models, but cannot end a normal advance or fallback move within engagement range of them. So this Thunderwolf Cav being as expensive as they are right now means that this is fine for a 6-man, because you might run that in a list. I don't know if it strictly beats Stormlance, being able to auto-advance 9 on top of 12 inches. That's 21 inches in the first turn. And all you have to do is just fucking deploy properly. But it's good for some of the dreads and whatever. See if it actually does something. Importantly, this is actually very, very good, because I've been toying around with an Outrider brick with a Chaplain that gets, like, you know, pick 1 devastating wounds, twin-linked, +1 damage on the charge, all that sort of stuff. Obviously much worse than in Stormlance, because buffing up the Chaplain with the Fury of the Storm is kind of incredible. But we'll see. Battle Instincts, your opponent's shooting phase just after they've shot. Space Wolves unit can make a normal move up to D6. This is not a surge move. I am thoroughly underwhelmed by this. I was really excited seeing the quality of detachments that were being brought out. I am thoroughly underwhelmed by this. Yeah. All right. Well, with that little bit of disappointment, let's get into the Tau shit, shall we? So, Tau Empire Faction Pack, where are you? Where are you? I'll bring up the Dataslate, because why not? Let's go Faction Packs. Actually, no, it won't be in the faction pack. It'll be in the because I don't think we got any rules changes. Nope, no rules changes. So this will just be in the Munitorium Field Manual. Here we go. All right, let's just run through all the armies, and then we'll get to the tower. So Canoness went up 10. Celestian Sacrosanct at the 10-girl squad went up 10. Nobody should be surprised by that. Dominions got hit again. That is like the third nerf that they've copped. Hospitaller up 10, so the brick of croissants with the Hospitaller is up 20 per brick. So that's most of those lists went up 60 points immediately. Morven Val up 15. She was always being run with the Paragons, so that's more expensive there. Retributors went up 15 after the changes last time, and Sanctifiers went up by 10 points. Sanctifiers were actually really good, so not surprised there. Custodians just buffs across the board. Alaris Custodians, Custodian Guard, Vigilators, and Witch Seekers all went down. Admech Belisarius Call went up 35 points. Honestly, yeah, can understand why. Iron Strider Ballistari went up 10 points per model. Pretty good. Taraxi Skystalkers up 10 or 5 points per 5 brick. That's good. Sicarian Infiltrators 5 and 15 at the 10 model mark. Rusties went up the same. That, like what you're looking at here, these 5 units that got nerfed were the big offenders of like just being fucking busted. So yeah, Janezar is up 15 points. Lycus up 15 points. Eldrad up 10. Eldrad, really? I didn't think anybody was using him. All right, man. All right. The 10 unit of Fire Dragons went up by 20, making it exactly the same for Fire Dragons 5 or 10. This might be a little bit of a death sentence for Fugan and his brick. Though Fugan didn't go up, did he? No, he stayed the same. Maybe it's usable as like a one and done, pop out of a transport and just absolutely fuck something. Sarah, how are you doing? Chat, I'm not paying a ton of attention to chat right now because I don't want to get caught up in yaps, but I will be going back through chat. So if there are questions, I will be going back and answering them. If I move on from the part that you were talking about, you would just have to remind me. But yeah. Jane Mansplain? Hi, just want to say your detailed video on the detachments you recently did was very useful for me as a new Tau player. First time he's Dark Angels, subscribed and like. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I actually got a message from a dude that I played a couple of times in my local area. I played him very early on when I was getting into 40k. And was playing him on Tau then. He was on his guard. I've arranged for him to like borrow some stuff for a tournament recently. I talk to him sort of every now and again. Sends me a message. Here is my last 48 hours. Was thinking about the time that we played all the way back in blah, 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 blah. Watched your detachment video 3 times in a row. Just opened up the door to see the 2 Christmas boxes that I bought for myself now that I'm collecting Tau. And I found that so fucking funny. It's really weird to have people like start doing something because you recommended it. But yeah, it feels fucking good. But yeah, welcome to the Tau. All right, so Eldrad going up is a head scratcher. Storm Guardians going up 10 doesn't surprise me at all. Sweeping Hawks going up 10 at the 5 model unit. They were very efficient. The Warp Spiders going up at the 5 model unit. I think I'm disappointed to not see any drops in the Harlequins, though given their new detachment, I can probably understand why GW doesn't want to touch them right now. So I'm curious where this sends them. I'm actually wondering, because I've been wanting to run my Windrider list for the longest time as well. I wonder if Windriders just get significantly better here, or if you cut a unit and just keep in everything that you had already, even though not being able to fire and fade back into the transport is pretty fucking bad for Fugan and the Fire Dragons. But yeah, Yannari, no changes. Yannari really do need some changes because, like, I don't think anybody's really running them. But anyway, Astra Militarum, lol. Black Templars Castellan up 10, Crusade Ancient down 10, Empress Champion up 10, Excrement Takeda minus 10, Gladiator Valiant goes down 10, Repulsor Executioner up 15. There's some good internal balance stuff. Blangles, the Sanguinor goes down 10, no other changes. Chaos Demons. Kairos Fate Weaver goes up 15. Keeper of Secrets goes down 30 points. Lord of Change up 10. Rodigus up 15. Shilaxi Hellbane down 40 points. Oh, lordy. And Demonic Incursion, Endless Gifts goes down by 15 points, but it changed from a 4 up to a 5 up, Feel No Pain, which is much more balanced. Night Desecrator down 10, Despoiler up 15, Ruinator down 20. I don't know if we're going to see the end of the double Despoiler Chaos Knights meta, but hopefully. CSM, Chaos Lord and Terminator Armor down 10, Forge Fiend down 10, Fabulous Bile up 15. Dangles, Azrael goes up 10, but the Raven Wing Black Knights go down 10 points per 3. Death Guard, Chaos Land Raider goes down by 20, and Rodigus goes up 15. Shouldn't shock anybody. Deathwatch, we already knew about them going up 15. Drakari, the Ravagers go down 5. The Reavers go up 10. I am amazed. Absolutely fucking amazed that the Scourges haven't been touched. And where are they? What's the fucking name of them? The boys that ride on their little fucking jet bike thingies. Or is that actually the Reavers? No, the Reavers are their jet bikes. I'm talking the Hellions. I am amazed the Hellions didn't get touched. Maybe GW is happy with them, but I've been seeing a lot of lists spamming as many Hellions as they can get their hands on. Emperor's Children getting some big changes. Chaos Spawn down. Chaos Terminators down 15. Demon Prince of Slanesh down 15. Winged Priest up 15. No surprise there. Keeper of Secrets down. Shilaxi Hellbane down. GSC, LOL. Grey Knights, Interceptors go down and Purgation Squads go down. Grey Knights really need it. They're not in the best place. Agents, you're not a real faction. Don't come to the cookout. Imperial Knights, Knight Crusader down 10. Knight Defender down 10. Errant 10. Gallant 10. Warden 10. 10 for everybody. Leagues of Otan. Brandfast Oathband has one of its enhancements go up 10. Must have been getting taken quite a lot. Arcanist Evaluator goes down 10. Buri goes down 15. Ironkin Steeljacks with Heavy Vulcanite Disintegrators go down 5 per 3. The same for Steeljacks with melee weapons. Carl goes down by 5. And the Sagittor goes down by 5. That going down by 5 is not enough to fucking redeem what they did to my Sagittor. Look how they butcher my boys. Necrons, I for one welcome my Necron Overlords, but they're perfect, so I don't need any changes, obviously. Orcs, no changes. Happy with where they are. I don't know if Orc players would disagree, but at the moment, Orcs do kind of feel like they can do what they want to do. Sports Marine, Ethan Shan up 25. Good, fuck them. Aggressors get another points cut of 5 and 10. Kato Sicarius goes down by 25. Lol, Ultramarine life. Centurion Devastators up 10 per 3. Eradicators, I was very excited by this because I've been writing some lists that include Eradicators. Down 10 points per 3. Kasoro Khan, my fucking boy, goes down by 10. Lieutenant, down by 10. Vanguard Vest with jump packs up 5 per 5. Makes sense that we're getting spammed a lot. Lethal hits on the charge is obviously really, really good. Victrix Honor Guard, by 3, they're down 10. But if you take 6, they're up to 30. So take for that what you will. Storm Speeder Thunderstrike is down 15, being the most expensive one, but actually not being as good as the Hammer Strike, or for that matter, kind of the Hail Strike as well. That is a good little change. Space Wolves. Oh, we did get some points cuts. Okay, so Bjorn the Fell-Handed down 10. That's weird. Bjorn was getting brought a lot. A lot. So I like that. Grey Hunters down 15. Still won't take them. GW, you fucked up that unit. Being that expensive, not having any special weapons, not having any, like, good rule. What the fuck are we doing here? Iron Priest down 5. You fucked up his ability. No one's going to take it still. Murderfang down 10. Venerable Dreadnought down 10. I don't think that changes the meta for Space Wolves. I really don't. You're still just going to be taking your normal units of Head Takers, Terminators, whatever else. Giving up points to include these garbage fucking units, I don't think is the play. And like Iron Priest with a Ballistus Dreadnought could be good in the new detachment, but also why the fuck wouldn't I just play like Gladius or not take any of that shit and play Stormlands and just jam a bunch of shit down my opponent's throat? TE. I don't know, man. I don't know. Breaches at 90 points per unit. All right, Tau fans. Tau fans. Most fuckable data sheet in our codex is now 90 points. Riptide's up 10. Now, I know that this can sting, especially after the stealth suit changes made it so that... sorry, I didn't have that zoomed in enough. Made it so that our list got more expensive. Nobody should have been surprised by the Riptide going up 10. Skyray, honestly, I think was fine at 140, but apparently it's getting brought too much, so it's up to 150. But the Riptide going up 200 points for a strength 10 gun and everything that we've kind of been able to do with it, the fact that it was getting jammed in every single list, I kind of get it. I do get it. I don't like it, but I do get it. Strike team down 5 points. I think it needed to come down more than that. I think 5 is too gentle. Storm Surge. Does anybody remember the amount of points that I said the Storm Surge needed to come down by? Does anybody remember? I said 40 points. I said 40 points. Storm Surge going down 40 points. 360, so if I want to jam 2 of them in, that's 720 points. That's the equivalent to a Towner. And it's better because you've got 2 different platforms. Honestly, it's good. The big problem with the Storm Surge is that for usability within our detachments, specifically Oxcad and Retaliation Carter, and honestly, EPC, a lot of the stuff requires Battlesuit, doesn't have that keyword, so there's a lot of stuff that it doesn't synergize with. But running it in Montcar, running it in Khao Yon, and you know, honestly, in something like KHP, I will still favor things like Hammerheads and Skyrays to back up the Gorillas. But I could see myself for 360 points jamming one of these guys in and just having a big looming threat behind them. The big problem is it's AP on its guns. It needs AP. It needs to be much cheaper than this if it's going to have a bunch of guns that are AP0, which, you know, of course, a Lord of War has AP0 on his weapons. Because when you design a big fuck-off ballistic suit, you don't expect it to penetrate armor. It's going after guardsmen. That's why you build a big ballistic suit. It wants to kill guardsmen. Tau fans, you fucking idiots, thinking it needs to go after armor? Jesus, read a book. And that's all that changes. So Breacher list just got better. Anything that was running the Riptides or the Skyrays just got worse. And I think the Skyray is in response to everybody fucking glazing it. And this is where I wish that my fellow Tau creators would just shut up about... stealth suits got changed. You don't need them. Don't buy them. We can just use this. And then GW goes after one of the best examples of that. What do you do? What do you do? Honestly, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But also, I'm probably going to be playing some Harlequins in the not too distant future. So also, not my problem. Get fucked. All right, so Thousand Suns have the Chaos Spread Destructor go down by 10, Forge Fiend down 10, Mauler Fiend down 10, Mutalith down 5, Rubrics down 5 at the 5-man squad, Sorcerer down 5, Zangor Enlightened down 10 at the 3-model mark, Zangor Enlightened with Fatecast Great Bows down 5, Scintillating Legions, Kairos Fate Weaver 25, Lord of Change 20. Okay, so a couple of directed buffs to a few of the things that I don't think were being really taken all that often. I will wait to see what Bren says about whether this is good or not, because I am not an expert on them, so I don't give an opinion if I am not qualified to give an opinion. Carnifex is down 25 points per model. That is fucking huge. Scream Killer down 10. No other changes. Tyranids are at a really good spot. Honestly, I think the Raveners needed to get nerfed. It's kind of fucking crazy what they can get away with, and the hyper-adapted Raveners as well could really use a nerf, but that they only need a nerf in one detachment, the Invasion fleet list. So I can sort of understand why GW didn't. Tyranid Warriors really need to come down. They don't do enough for what they are. Wheaties, Angron goes down 20 points. Slaughterbound goes up 15. Berserker Glaive goes up 10. Helm of Brazen Eye goes up 10. This should surprise nobody. That was being taken, in every list I saw, at least. Goremongers are going down 10. Juggerlord going up 15. And Legends nobody gives a shit about. So that is our data slate. As far as I know, the only meaningful rules changes were to Eldari, I want to say. So, this is a big one. Star engines being changed to when a vehicle unit is selected to make an advanced move until the end of the turn, ranged weapons equipped by this unit have the assault ability. That is fine, I guess, but it is a big hit after being able to send a vehicle D6 +1 on a normal move. Aspect Host, this one is going to really hurt. Suriani unit from your army that was eligible to fight this phase, 1 friendly transport. If it's not within engagement range and wholly within 6, it can embark within it. Now, one thing that I will say is that this does push up Banshees and Jane Zar in terms of having a Wave Serpent following them, getting out, annihilating something, and then being able to get back in that transport. That does push up the melee prowess of that detachment. That said, that is nowhere near as powerful as doing that with Dark Reapers or Fugan and his brick. Though, I will say, in all fairness, that Fugan brick is fucking ridiculous. And treating it more as a one and done is much, much healthier for the state of the game. So even though I'm sad I didn't get to run the version of the list that had the 10-man and Fugan and all that sort of stuff, I wasn't playing Eldari for this period of strength that they had. As I said in a previous stream, the health of the game is the most important thing. And if this was being abused, and it absolutely was, then yeah, it has to go. Warhost, they did a similar thing. One, a Suriani unit that was eligible to fight this phase. 1, friendly transport it is able to embark within. Not within engaged range, wholly within 6 inches of that transport, it can embark within it. So yeah, Warhost, you have to do a similar thing. And then the Fire and Fade stratagem for Warhost. Until the end of the turn, your unit is not eligible to declare a charge or embark within a transport, meaning that you can't get away with some of the bullshit that you were getting away with. And then the Aspect Shrine thing not affecting characters. That one does hurt, honestly, because like even just attaching an Autarch to a unit and being able to go, cool, he's in combat, he's got a great weapon, bang, I'm going to flip this to a 6. That was really good, especially for some anemic units like Howling Banshees are great, but they're very low volume. So you normally want to spend it on something like the Executioner on the leader or the Autarch. The other girls, it's not worth a token to do their stuff. And the character was usually a great place to go, especially if you had like enhancements that would buff their weapon, like the Aspect of Murder from Aspect Host. That's not a thing anymore, but, you know, obviously GW's intent that it's not to be a character delivery system, it's a buff for them. Yeah, it would be cool if it was like, with the exception of a Phoenix Lord, because they are the leaders of their Aspect Shrine. It would kind of make sense that they had a token. Also, it is fucking criminal that Shining Spears do not have an Aspect token. And that still hasn't changed. There's almost no way GW doesn't realize it. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick scan for any other rules changes. So we're looking for red. Looking for red. So Drakari, before the battle at the start of the declare battle formation step, select Kabalite Warriors, Hand of the Archon, or Witches. Not already split. If you do, the unit is split in 2. So Venoms, it looks like just got better. Being able to split Hand of the Archon. Cool. Emperor's Children added transport model, reroll a hit roll of 1 and a wound roll of 1. That's the Mechanized Murder. So that is very, very similar to the new Harlequins detachment that came out. And we'll be talking about that next because I am so excited about this detachment. And funnily enough, I saw in the Tau Facebook page, there was somebody who posted about it. And there was a person that I do not respect as a Tau opinion haver, who was like, Yeah, no, they're still shit. This is polishing a turd. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm going to give people fucking nightmares with this detachment. Like, that... It's polishing a turd if you suck at the game. That's the only... Yeah. What was the verdict? Meh. Yeah, it's meh. We'll be fine. With the points changes to our infantry, we can outguard the guard with breacher and strike spam. Probably. Yeah. It's pretty good. Nobody should be upset by our infantry going down. Not at all. Hoping to see a drop on stealth to 100. Going over riptides now. This hurts. Yeah, it absolutely does. Slamming a storm surgeon, triple missile broadside brick onto the table in EPC just to feel something. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. EPC has great stratagems for the storm surge. It's probably one of the better places to put it because you can just every turn 1 CP plus 1 strength minus 1 AP. And like I've said a billion times, and I feel like a broken record, the storm surge needs AP on its little guns. So being able to give that to him is actually very, very good. And then you've got similar things for like if you're scout moving your storm surges in Montcar with the enhancement, and then going, yep, my 2 units target, getting extra 1 AP. It's also a good way to go. But yeah. Hi, 2 quick questions. Hit me with it. Beat Me finally starts to get a grasp on effective Eldari. GW anyway, so it started blasting. It looks rough, but I can guarantee you that the book is well written enough that Eldari will be fine. You'll just have to adjust, start using some different tools. I think that the Fire and Fade Fugan brick was 100% a crutch that people were leaning on. And good Eldari players will still do very well with it. But yeah, rip the Immortal Tower? Fuck no. What about the Dataslate hits the Immortal Tower? Yeah, you got 200 points for your Riptides, but you still take them for 200 points. You just have a cut elsewhere. Honestly, the thought for me is that, and for anybody who might be sitting there dooming at the moment, we just make adjustments. Again, this is what it is to be a tournament player. If I go to my Immortal Tower, I'm pretty sure this is the list. So what we will need to do, because this list just went up 30 points. Honestly, it'll probably be drop a stealth team, because I was wanting to run the 2, but they didn't go down in points and we need the extra. So I need to get it up to 70. So with those extra points, it's hard because new recruit doesn't have the new points costs, but I need to get to 1970. If I drop you, can I add back in a ghost kill? Nah, that's 210. That's way too much. Derek. This goes back to a recon drone. We'll do a little bit of cooking. So I've got 80 points, which means I've got a couple of ways that I can go. I could just go extra broadside. Oh no, it doesn't get cheaper. I forgot about that. It gets more expensive as you gen 2 mans in. So what are my 80 point options? Piranha would put me 20 points off, which I don't like. Wait, I haven't dropped a stealth team. What the fuck? Where did my other shit go? What the hell? Did I have 3 stealth teams in? No, the fast orcas. That's right. So if I do add a ghost kill back in, that's 1900 on 30 points off, which actually means I've got 190 to work with if I just go the single kill. Do I actually go 2-man broadsides? Let me fuck with this for a second. Let me cook. Missile drone, heavy rail, seeker, twin plasma. Delete you, go you. 1920. That's 10 points off. Do we run 5 broadsides? Because then what you can do is have a single man start on the board, have 2 men start off the board, and then these guys get to walk on kind of wherever the fuck they want and blow people up. Wait, I need 1970, not 1920. Fuck! Let's just go one of these. 1970 is what I needed. Go skill? Nope, that's 1990. Why did my brain do that to me? So I've got 140 points. Is it a sky ray? Like, is it a sky ray? No, that's 140. That's gone up. That's gone up. That's not correct. That's not correct. God, I hate doing this without actual points. It actually fucks with my brain to a degree that I really resent. There's 2 strike teams. Either that or I could go triple Pathfinder, double Ethereal. I don't hate that. That is another guider. That's another guider. And 2 sources of CP gen. I don't know. It'd be something like that. Shadow Sun to fit in somewhere? Oh, Shadow Sun is an interesting one. All right, if I tried to go that, get rid of the Pathfinder. If I went for Shadow Sun, Ethereal, you're not the Warlord anymore. You've been demoted. Then I've got 40 points. Kritox Rider. Why do I not have 2 units of Vespid? 2 units of Vespid was really good for this list. So now I need to drop 20 points if I want to do that. Which I don't want to. I don't want to. If I take this back to single mans, and then I add in a Piranha, that actually works. And the Piranha does fit with this. It's an early harassment tool that can run up and 9-inch melt or something. And because I can give it +1 strength, -1 AP, its guns start to look really fucking nasty. Because then you're wounding big tanks on 4s rather than 5s. And if you go into something like Armigers or whatever, because they're T9 now, you're wounding on 3s. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. You do lose the Vespid. You don't lose the Vespid. You don't gain an extra Pathfinder and no extra broadsides, but you do gain other tools that could be quite good. Especially Shadow Sun to factor in for only having 1 stealth team. So you've got rerolls basically wherever you need it. But yeah. So 2 quick questions. Storm Surge and EPC could be viable. Yeah, absolutely is. Can you show please the Assault Terminator's new rules? Absolutely can. And you know what? I really appreciate, in a world of the internet being how do I put this? A fucking hellscape in which people are just shitty human beings. I really appreciate someone who's like, "Hey, can you please do this for me?" Not dance, Mr. Streamer, dance. Okay, let's have a look at the Terminator Assault Squad. So we have Teleport Homer. We have started the fight phase. Each enemy unit within engagement range must take a Battle Shock check. We have Thunder Hammers and Twin Lightning Claws, which is that how they were before? T5, 2 up, 4 up, 3 wounds. I think the Battle Shock thing was something that they got people to do. Is anybody familiar with what they were? I do enjoy making Jay dance. Oh. Just points, I'm just being sad, to be honest. Everybody's welcome to, I never like it when my favorite stuff gets nerfs. Everybody loves to see buffs. I think I've just become numb to it as not only a tournament player, but as a creator. Because, while I could farm everybody for rage bait, that is not how I like to run my channel, and also not how I like to live my life, because I'm so close to being the fucking supervillain that ends our species. I'm actually really worried if I start giving into those urges. So Twin Lightning Claws, Infantry, Imperial Terminators, Assault. Any number of models can have their Thunder Hammer and Storm Shield replaced with one Twin Lightning Claws. The Storm Shield bearer has a wounds characteristic of 4. So is it literally just that you can take Lightning Claws on everybody now? The changes now in the fight phase used to be on charge. Okay. That doesn't change anything though. Because this is start of the fight phase, nobody gets to activate anything that they want to activate. So, like, I don't think it changes anything. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They're playing Salamanders, loving Fluff Terminators. Hammers now hitting on 3 instead of 4 and 6 attack claws instead of 5. Oh, yes. Thunder Hammer's +1 weapon skill. That is actually a big deal. That is a really, really big deal. And yeah, Twin Lightning Claws on 6 attacks is actually good, though I don't know if there's a world where I would give up 1 wound and Strength 8 AP2 damage 2 on the Assault Terminators. Though having said that, I would just take Wolfguard Terminators because, you know, Space Wolves. Though I have been enjoying Salamanders as well. There's a list that I've been cooking that I'll happily share with everybody. Burn for Cavill, because Cavill is the Emperor. This is in Forgefather Seekers. Mr. Adrax Agatone, Vulcan Heston, Lieutenant Combi Weapon with Forged in Battle, 5 Intercessors, 6 Blade Guard Vets, 6 Eradicators, 10 Infernus, 5 Infernus, 5 Infernus, 5 Scout, Invader ATV, Redeemer, Hammer Strike. Though, this list is about to get a little bit cheaper because the Eradicators went down and actually I don't think anybody else did, which might mean that we go for a different enhancement because it was like 10 points in the Eradicators, or was it 20? Oh, I might actually have some cooking to do on this one. But this list has been really fucking good. Really, really, really fucking good. Man, makes me wish my Deathwatch Thunder Hammers hit on 4s. Wait, how do they not hit on 4s? What? Did Deathwatch Terminators not hit on 4s? Are you saying they hit on 5s? Where's my Deathwatch? It'd be under Sports Marine. And then we'd probably have to do it through the drop down. Oh, come on, Russia. Load. They do hit on 4s? Oh. Well then, what? Is this on a particular, like, kill team? I'm going to assume it's Indomitor because they're the ones that just got nerfed and that's what everybody was kind of running. Russia, load. Twin Power Fists, no? Okay. Deathwatch Terminator Squad, that'd be a good place to look, Jay. You can tell how much I know about Deathwatch, hey? Chain Fist, Power Fist, Power Weapon, Thunder Hammer on 4s. Oh, I meant 3s. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. All right, so, final verdict. Honestly, the game has been pretty balanced now, seeing Sisters take a hit, Eldari take a hit, and having a few different things like gently buffed up, as well as the release of the Grotmus detachments, especially for most of the factions. I'm still so sad about the fucking about the Space Wolves one. Why is it every time Space Wolves get a fucking detachment, I'm including their codex in this, it is hot garbage from somebody who obviously doesn't understand how they're supposed to work? Like I can't see anything in this that wouldn't make me go, Stormlance is better. I guess like being able to 1 CP advance and charge and get lethal hits or sustained hits is good, but if I put a Wolfguard Battle Leader with a unit, they get sustained hits anyway. And yeah, the Terminator captain isn't doing that. Actually, let's have a look at that. Let's just go no supplements, and then let's go Terminator captain. Captain in Terminator armor, what does he actually give to a Wolfguard Terminator unit? Because they give him -1 to wound if their strength is higher. Free CP, reroll charge rolls made for this model. So that is like, that's something that fucks my brain again. Because, like, yeah, you're only going to use the fucking whatever advanced rolls and charge rolls once. And so he gives them re-roll advanced rolls all the time. Oh, sorry, re-roll charges, which is good. Like, this is better. So why couldn't this be better? Re-roll advanced rolls and advance and charge for a turn. And then have this stupid ranged attack one that nobody cares about. This should be every time you make a melee attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Or like a minus to hit or something. It just, because furries can't have nice things. Okay, but we're talking about Space Wolves right now. I'm not talking about the furry community, which also, don't be a big appeal. Furries are people too. Belly is Beale's aggressive alter ego. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll see what some other Space Wolves players that I respect the opinion of. I'll wait to see what they have to say. Advance and charge is obviously great. Or advance, fallback, and charge is great. But it's only on one unit, and Stormlands gives it on my entire army at all times. Armor of Contempt is great, but I get that in Stormlands. +1 to wound and shooting, I don't give a shit about. Battle Instincts, after you get shot at, make a D6 move. Yeah, but what if you roll a 1 on the dice? Does it help you? Not really. Like, if this was a surge move, I'd be more interested. If this was flat 6, I'd be more interested because I've got a reactive move in my opponent's movement phase in Stormlands, which means that I can just not be where I am now and be behind a wall because I can pre-measure 6 inches and know exactly how far I'm going. Why is this better than any Astartes unit being able to 6-inch flat move? Like, Grimnar's Command, a stratagem to activate a hunting pack, and it replaces the one that you chose? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this one's good for, like, I guess early on being like, my unit's going to lethal or sustain hits, or I'm going to go range attack 1 to hit because I don't want to activate that just yet. Fenrisian Ferocity is good. Mountain Walker going through walls is inarguably good. I'm really disappointed by this, and I have been so impressed with every other Grotmust detachment. Speaking of, let's talk about the favorite thing out of any Grotmust shit that I have had, which is the Serpent's Brood. Faction Pack Eldari. Let's have a look at the Serpent's Brood because I was so happy with this. I was so sad that I wasn't able to stream when the day after this came out. I've been solo looking after Mally while Chel's been at work so that we can save on childcare. Another detachment for Space Marine players get to ignore and play Gladius instead. Fucking oath. There is no reason to play that in my mind over Gladius or Stormlands. No reason at all. Same reason why I don't play Saga of the Hunter, I don't play Saga of the Bold, and I can barely make myself play Saga of the Beast Slayer. Anyway, cool shit. Serpent's Brood. Boons of the Brood. Weapons equipped by Harlequins mounted and Harlequins vehicle models from your army have sustained hits 1. Each time a Harlequins unit from your army disembarks from a transport until the end of the turn, that unit's weapons have sustained hits 1. Not melee weapons, not ranged weapons, just weapons. Weapons. Now, I do already have a list built for this, and I'm very, very excited to get it on a TTS and play it. I still have to get the models together. I don't own the Skyweavers yet, though I did manage to pick up, there was a guy selling these for dirt. Now, he magnetized the thing, but I never liked the bike's magnetization. I feel like they just, like, fall over way too easily with, like, it just falls for, like, no reason. But got these, so That's a unit of 2 that I've got. So I need to get myself 10 more. 10 more. So, troop units from your Army Game Battle Line. Troop models have OC of 2, and you can include 3 of Death Jester, Shadow Seer, and Troop Master. Just the same as Ghost of the Webway. Key of Ghost, Harlequins models in the Bearers unit have Scout 6. This is kind of an auto-include because don't forget, dedicated transports, which Star Weavers or your Wave Serpent are, can get that 6-inch move. Weaver's Whale, Troop Master model only, add 3 to strength and add 1 to the attacks of the Bearer's melee weapons. This is fucking great. I think I am going to do everything I can to try and get these into every list. Death Jester Fang Li, when you use Cruel Amusement, you can select 2 of the abilities for its Shriek Cannon. Death Jester, I was really hoping to see points drops on, because he is expensive to start. Sustained hits 3 is great, and being able to give him ignore cover is great, but I just don't see a world where, with the composition of lists that I've made so far, which spams a bunch of troop, it has a big 12-man unit with a troop master in a Wave Serpent, it's got 12 of the bikes, it's got enough Star Weavers that my guys can do all of the jumping in and out shenanigans that I need to keep sustained hits online. I just don't see a world where the Death Jester makes it in, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Shadow Seer model, after both players deploy their army, select 3 Harlequins units, redeploy them. Redeploys are good. The Shadow Seer is not in the best place. The reason you took him in Ghost of the Webway was because you could give him an enhancement for your unit has Infiltrate. I don't know if you guys have ever tried putting 13 Harlequins models in No Man's Land behind a wall and being like, cool, walk out. I will move 10 inches because 8-inch base and 2 inches from a token, and then I'll charge you, which, if you position in a lot of different terrain features, meant that you were charging your opponent's deployment zone. That shit was fun as fuck, and it put a lot of pressure on your opponent. This one, I don't know if I'm going to include a Shadow Seer, so I don't know if I'm ever taking this, but it is, like, redeploys are generally always good, unless they're pointed outside their fucking mind. 10 minutes behind on YouTube, Dance Monkey. Oh, fuck yeah. There you go. All right. Fangs of the Brood, 1 CP, start of the fight phase. 1 troop unit from your army. When you select their Dance of Death ability, you can select 3 of the abilities for your unit to gain instead of 1, which is reroll once to hit, +1 to wound, -1 to be hit. Fucking incredible. Weaver's Coils. End your fight phase, 1 Harlequin's mounted unit from your army that was eligible to fight this phase. If your unit's not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, make a normal move. Otherwise, it can make a fallback move of up to D6. Given that our mounted units go 14 at base, the Skyweavers, and because it's a normal move, you can spend a token for +2. I can run them up 16 inches, shoot at whatever the fuck I want, charge what gets out of that transport or charge into something else, and you can position very well to be able to do it. Everything has sustained hits, so it's a good chance you're going to kill whatever you're going into. And then I just fuck off 16 inches. Oh, it's so good. Venomous Wrath, your shooting phase, 1 CP, 1 Harlequin's vehicle that has not been selected to shoot. After unit shot, make a normal move of 6 inches if it's not within engagement range. To the end of the turn, your unit's not eligible to declare a charge. Unfortunately, Void Weavers are not in the best place right now. I would have really loved to have seen Void Weavers getting some love. And actually, just so that we've got a point of reference, let me actually show you what I'm talking about with that. Because there are plenty of people that would look at the Void Weavers and be like, oh no, this seems like this seems fine. Like, what's wrong with this? Serpent's Brood, and let's go. Why is my brain shutting down? I literally just said the name of them. Fucking. My brain keeps going Fire Prisms because I looked at it. It's like, yeah, that's what it's called, Void Weaver. That's right, Void Weaver. Why is Void Weavers not? Am I dumb? W-V. Excuse me? Oh, it was on a Suriani. What the fuck, dude? Okay, there we go. I wasn't stupid. It did this to me. Oh, the planet broke before the god did. That was a coon. Oh my god. It's so funny. I have the camera set up in the living room so that Mally can be out there and we just like watch him on a monitor. Actually, it's not even in the living room. It's in our bedroom down the other end of the house. That coom over the Planet Broke Before the Guard did was so loud. I just heard my own voice through the monitor. It went all the way down the house for anybody who doesn't know how much of a loud motherfucker I am. But anyway. So the Voidweaver Haywire Cannon is fine, but I can get a bunch of those on Skyweavers. The main reason you would take it if you take it is for the Prismatic Cannon. Disperse Pulse, Strength 4, AP 0, Damage 1 on 2d6 Blast. Yeah. Focus Lances, 2 shots, which is its main problem. Strength 12, AP 3, Damage 4. I'm paying 125 points for it, and they can't be shot outside of 18, which is good, and you would think that that is good. It is not enough output for 125 points. Because if I just spend a little bit extra and build my list around it, I can take 12 of these motherfuckers. Yes, they're 190 points. This is like Riptide sort of shit. But they're 4 up in Vuln, just like that. They're -1 to hit at all times. Importantly, they go 14 inches, 16 with a token. You take the Skyweaver Haywire Cannon, which is anti-vehicle 4+, devastating wounds. They're 2 shots each, which means you've got 4 shots per unit. And then damage 3. And the AP doesn't matter because you're devastating wounds. So you've got 4 damage 3 shots on that unit. And then you've got the Zephyr Glaives, which are 4 attacks per model. And there's 2 of them. Strength 6, AP 2, damage 2. It is like, it's a lot of fucking damage that you send out with this unit. And like, yeah, 2 shots from the Haywire Cannon. If it's not good on that platform, why is it good on this? Because there are multiple bikes in a unit. Oh, sorry. You take them in 4-mans, I believe. Yeah. So 4 models, you've got 8 shots of the Haywire at damage 3 with devastating wounds. You, on average, get through like 3 or 4 of them, which is 9 to 12 damage, which is a lot. That is a lot. That's a dead kill if you can't blank any of them. So yeah, really good platform. And then it's charging afterwards, which is the other big thing. And all of it, Skyweaver Haywire Cannon with sustained hits means that you're not getting through 3 or 4 of them. You're getting through 4 or 5 of them. Really fucking good. Anyway, where was I? Where was it? Let's get rid of all the shit that I'm not using anymore. All the stuff that has been banished because it sucks. There we go. So then Weaving Stride, your opponent's movement phase just after an enemy unit ends a normal, advance, or fallback move. One Harlequin's infantry unit from your army that's within 9 of that enemy unit can make a normal move of 6 inches. Now, why is this big? In Ghost of the Webway, there's a similar stratagem. The important difference is that it says Harlequin's troop in Ghost of the Webway. This allows you to do it with your Solitaire, with your Death Jester, with characters that are left over from a unit that's died but they've limped on. This is so broadly more useful. Striking Stride, your charge phase, Harlequin's unit until the end of the phase, your unit is eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced. Now, I know that I just clowned on the Space Wolves one for stratagem for advance and charge, whatever. Eldari don't have access to Stormlands. There isn't a competing detachment that would allow you to just get this for free. And for good reason, honestly. Harlequins are faster than Space Marines at base, and they have tokens to be able to go even faster. And now I can advance and charge a unit, which is just so good. And wouldn't you know, it's in your charge phase, not in your movement phase. So I don't have to put the buff on them before I see my charge roll. I move them up, and then I go, cool. I rolled this on the advance roll. Didn't get what I wanted. I'm pre-measuring. I don't like that. I move my transport up with them with an advance from whatever. And then I get them back in because that's the rule for our Star Weavers. So that is a very, very big deal. Now, can I also point out this one, Harlequin's Infantry, they haven't given it the treatment that we just got from Warhost. This is reactive move back into my transports, which is really good. And then you've got, don't forget, the Eldari bullshit with tokens. I can still spend a token for a different unit to fall back when somebody, to move when somebody falls back from me. Or when you shoot at me, move and then get back into a transport or do whatever I want to. This army is going to have the most ridiculous amount of movement expression. Like in terms of pure skill expression, this is a pretty fucking wet dream, honestly. Skyward Lunge. So anyway, Striking Stride, Harlequin's biggest problem, in my opinion, previously was no advance and charge. This puts us into an entirely different ballpark. Skyward Lunge. Any of your opponent's fight phase 1 Harlequin's vehicle or mounted unit, your unit's not within engagement range 1 or more enemy units, you could remove it from the battlefield, place it into strategic reserves. This is great for putting stuff down, having to get over the other side of the battlefield, pick it up, and then rapid ingress it, move it, charge it, shoot it, do whatever the fuck you have to. This is really, 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 really good. You're not going to use it every single game, and that's okay. I think your biggest spends on this detachment are going to be Weaver's Coils, Fangs of the Brood, and probably Weaving Stride, if I'm honest. Actually, hang on. Advance and Charge is a pretty big one, assuming that you don't play in a way where your opponent has to come out to you. So I think, the most common one is going to be Weaver's Coil and Striking Stride. And then I'd probably say Fangs of the Brood if you need the damage, though it is a really good damage buff, and then Weaving Stride for the reactive move. And it kind of, I wonder if Eldrad got nerfed in the data slate because they were expecting every motherfucker to take Eldrad for the guaranteed extra CP for this detachment. Because, yeah. That makes me think, I reckon Eldrad copped a slap because this detachment exists. And I will absolutely want 3 CP in a battle round. Just got here, was there any Tau changes? Riptides went up 10, Skyrays went up 10, Breaches down 10, Strikes down 5, Storm Surge down 40. One thing that I do want to point out, did everybody else notice it? Let me just bring up the Munitorium Field Manual again. And let me just scroll down. Let's find our beautiful little Tau. And I just want to focus on something that seems odd to me. Does anybody notice no red here? Right, just right at the top there. Just right at the top. Up the top. Where it says Krutox Rampages. Angry gorillas that fist your opponents. Did anybody notice anything there? No stealth suit points changes. We weren't going to get any. Honestly, we weren't going to get any. They'd released so recently, this data slate would have been set in pretty much stone at around about the time that our stealth suits were being released. Outside of like new data coming out, but they're not going to touch it that close to release. They didn't for any of their recent releases from any other army, so we really shouldn't expect it for us. Rampages not getting touched makes me so fucking happy. Because these are a unit that you absolutely want to be building around right now. If you want to be like at the best place competitively. Oxcad with 15 to 18 rampages is the only drugs I need, except for the painkillers that allow me to live my life and, pretend to be a normal boy. Yeah. Rampages not getting touched is good. It is good. And honestly, like, Tau was at a pretty 50% sort of area. It feels like the Riptide and Skyray changes were preemptive. Maybe they were worried about jamming in Storm Surges and Riptides into lists and not being able to do anything with it. I'm wondering if a version of the Immortal Tau list can work with the Storm Surges. Because they're a 2-up, 4-up as well. The problem is they don't get the -1 to wound or the healing. So I've just talked myself out of it. There's no fucking way. God, it needs the fucking Battlesuit keyword. Oh, did Victrix go up? Yes, they did. Went down at the 3-man level, went up at the 6-man level. I'm a Tau supremacist. I don't play with the crew. I don't like to look at the models. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And I think... Oh, love to the Storm Surge? Yeah, fucking oath. Love that Storm Surge. Mr. Fister's disciples didn't get touched. They did not. They did not, and it's really fucking good. It's really good. This isn't going to be a major shakeup to anything that we're doing. At worst, a couple of units are just going to like have to factor in for the points of the Riptides. But if you start taking some breacher teams, or if you already had breaches and you had Riptides, your list didn't change. Same thing with Skyrays. If you had breaches and you had Skyrays, then you're at a net 0 result. All this does is just tone down any of the Riptide spam lists, but I'll be honest, again, I don't think we needed a nerf. I really don't. I think the Storm Surge going down was great. I think the Strikes and the Breaches going down is great just from an internal balance perspective. Seriously, though, start looking closely at Breaches. At 100 points, they were good to okay. At 90 points, they might be disgusting. And I actually wouldn't mind playing around with like I don't know, maybe an EPC list for breaches. Montcar obviously comes to mind for the auto advance 6 and lethal hits and whatever. But actually Oxcad stands out. AP2 breaches with +2 strength, or even without +2 strength, just the AP2 is pretty fucking great. And pairing them with rampages, I actually really, really like that. But yeah, we'll see where we go. Obviously, this will be a VOD straight away. So if anybody wants to leave like comments and all that sort of stuff, then absolutely let me know how you're feeling. While you're there, do all the internet things, liking, sharing, and whatever else. There's also the hype feature where you can help the video find other people by spending your hype. So I don't know how you get them. I don't know what kind of resource it is, but you know, just do it. Or don't. I'm not your dad. I want to say thank you to all of my patrons who make all of my videos possible. We've had a bunch of new people join us recently in the Discord, which is wonderful. If you would like to join them and get access to a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff and potentially coaching from me for yourself, head to the links in the description of the YouTube video, Patreon, or YouTube membership. As long as you're at the $5 tier or higher, you'll get access to the Discord for life, regardless of whether you keep the subscription or not. That's it from me, everybody. Honestly, Dataslate was fine. It was fine. The game is pretty balanced. We didn't need any major shakeups, and I would rather gentle touches than strong-handed ones that just seem fucking batshit insane, which they have done before. So yeah, I know that's a very even take, and everybody loves drama and overreactions and everything else, but I just don't think it's warranted. It's yeah. Have fun, everybody. Enjoy your wargaming, and I will see you in the next one.